I don't know if you've ever felt like this, but lately I've been thinking a lot about why trading feels so hard for certain people. And it's not even in the way that people usually talk about it. It's not really having the perfect strategy or knowing your edge or finding, the perfect entry or exiting right and all of that, right? It's actually just about sticking to what you already know and what you're supposed to do. Because that part feels like it's so much harder than it should be. So here's the thing. I feel like after a certain point, you kind of get it. You understand what you're supposed to do. You know your setup, you know your role, you know what an A+ setup actually looks like. If someone was to stand right next to you and ask you what should you do here, you probably have the correct answer. But then when the bell rings and those candles start moving, you don't do it. It's like you don't know what the hell happened. Or you hesitate, you jump in early, or you just take a trade that wasn't even in your plan at all. And it's so confusing because why am I not doing the thing I should be doing? Following my plan. And I've seen this in myself so many times where I'll have a clear plan going into the session. I'd have everything mapped out. And then in that moment, when I try to take a trade, it's like something else completely takes over me. Maybe it's the market moving faster, or I feel like I'm maybe missing out on a move. But either way, it's like everything just goes out that window. And the annoying part is it's not that I don't know what I'm doing, but it's because I'm reacting instead of responding to what I'm seeing on the charts. And that has been one of the most frustrating things for me. And the thing that's been changing for me recently is realizing that trading isn't testing your knowledge. Trading is testing your behavior. Like, can you wait when nothing is happening? Can you sit there and do nothing without feeling like you're missing out? Can you not take the trade even though you want to take it? That is the real challenge. And I feel like no one really talks about this in the beginning stages of trading, which is actually when it's the most important. And to be honest, I think that's where I misunderstood discipline. And I always thought discipline meant staying busy, staying productive, doing the work. Trading kind of flips that. It's not about doing more. It's actually about doing less, but doing less properly. And that's the most uncomfortable thing because you're just sitting there waiting when everything in you is telling you to jump in and act. And I've started to realize that that's where your bad habits and your patterns actually start to show up. Like your impatience, your need for control, your fear of missing out, and it all shows up when you're forced to actually slow down. And if you're not aware of it, it shows up in your trading and not in a good way. So I'm actually starting to see that consistency in trading is actually about becoming the person that can follow a proven plan without constantly interfering with it. Someone who can trust their plan without overriding it every time something feels uncomfortable. And that is a completely different skill than just learning how to trade. So yeah, I don't necessarily think that trading is as complicated as everyone makes it out to be. But I do think that it requires a level of self-control that a lot of people haven't had the chance to develop yet. That's where it gets difficult. Because once you actually understand what to do, what's left is whether or not you do it consistently, without deviating, without second-guessing yourself every time the market moves in any direction. And that is not a strategy problem. That is actually a behavior problem. That is the part that determines whether or not you become a consistently profitable trader.